Here, I would like to share you about some phenomenon of learning English in Indonesia that encounter Indonesian students. And we will try to provide you with some solutions regarding the problems about English language skills that encounter most Indonesian students. English has been regarded as mandatory subjects in Indonesia, ranging from elementary until senior high schools. English has become a necessity for everyone. It is because English is an international language, which most countries in the world use English. The purpose of learning English in Indonesia is to prepare young generation to compete globally. Therefore, later they can interact with people across the globe using English fluently and accurately.
Yes, you're right, Mom. However, here comes the problem in learning English occurred in Indonesia. Here are some problems with learning English in Indonesia. First, Indonesian education system. Second is students' speaking skills. Okay, now, we are going to talk about Indonesian education system. Indonesian education system. Passive learners expecting to absorb information from the teacher, who is the center of the class, an authority figure, and someone who must not be questioned. However, language learning is most effective in an environment where active students feel free to participate, get involved and ask questions. An environment where students know that making mistakes is the best way to learn, and where making a mistake does not result in loss of face.
Oops, I made a mistake.
Well, that's okay to make mistakes. Keep going. Ella, number 2. It does seem that the content of a great deal of Indonesian schools' English language curriculum is based on the teaching of theoretical knowledge, as opposed to developing functional, communicative language skills. Often this means that the Indonesian ESL student is able to produce complex grammatic forms, but has little awareness of the actual meaning of the language they are producing.
Well, I remember the rules of present perfect continuous tense, but I don't know how to use it in the real context.
Well, that's the problem. All right, let me explain you about that.
Okay, now, we are going to talk about common English-speaking skills problems that encounter Indonesian students. Number 1. Pronunciation. In terms of pronunciation, many Indonesians have trouble pronouncing consonant clusters, a word that has 3 or more consonants together in a word. The rolling of the letter R is another common issue, but not one which causes any kind of strain for the listener. In general, pronunciation is not a huge problem for Indonesians, especially when compared to learners from Asian countries with tonal languages such as China and Vietnam. Number 2. Tenses. Bahasa Indonesia does not have tenses as such, and a simplified method of talking about different points in time is often attempted in English. For example, yesterday, I go, without considering the verb to that should be used in the past tense form. Next. Number 3. Word order. Indonesian English students often have trouble creating sentences with correct word order, again caused by the word order patterns in their first language. For example,
I love the sky blue.
Sky blue, light of the tree pigment.
I know, right? It's time to me share some solutions to you. While the few problems mentioned before do create barriers for Indonesians, they are relatively easy to overcome. First, good teacher. Second is right courses, and the last is right environment. Good teachers with an awareness of these difficulties can adjust the way they teach and the materials they use to suit Indonesian students. Next is right courses. Courses can be created which have Indonesian students in mind, rather than generic courses designed for European learners. Next is right environment. It can also be said that, given the right environment and encouragement is also important, Indonesians soon become active and communicative students. It is because Indonesians are hardworking, dedicated, enthusiastic, and, in general, a pleasure to teach. Those are the solutions for the common English-speaking skills problem occurred in Indonesia. Still feeling helpless? Thank you for watching. Hope this video is helping you. See you in the next video.